Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Well, there's been more news and more developments from the Elite Dangerous marketing machine and development team who have been working, it would seem, tirelessly behind the scenes in providing more additional updates and content for Elite Dangerous. Now, we heard recently, in fact it was yesterday, that there was big changes coming to the Elite Dangerous store, some of which were also pre-built ships. Ship packs, so to speak. This sparked an awful lot of hubbub in the community. There were shouts of, "It's pay to win!" I was saying, well, it's kind of like pay to play, really. But there's a bit of a debate going on over the last video. Well, we've got some more information, and I'm able to share it with you now. So Frontier have stated that they know that engineering is a very important aspect of the game for all players and have been listening to the feedback around this particular system. They're very conscious that people are getting bogged down in the grind, and as they mentioned in their communications that was sent out, and I did a video on the 23rd of April, they said that one of the things they want to address is how players engage with engineering in order to make it more approachable and predictable. So some of the areas they're investigating are, and strap yourself in for this one, here it comes, they are looking at reducing the number of materials required for engineering. Good stuff. They're increasing the payout of engineering materials from missions. And here's one, they're increasing the backpack capacity. Well, this seems to be aimed at Odyssey. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the mention of the backpack. But here's the thing, and they go on to say that, please note, they say, that the above are examples of some of the areas they're investigating. Not all the areas that they're investigating. I, for one, would like to see a bigger capacity for module storage. To be perfectly honest, I'm sick of having store recondas everywhere. What do you think? What do you store all your modules in? Type 10s? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, Elite Dangerous is a live service game, and they anticipate that refining engineering may take several passes. So they've called it out. They're going to say, look, we're not going to get it right the first time. We know we're not. It's a live game. It's going to evolve over time. It's a living game, right? Bear with us. We'll listen to the feedback and we'll go about it. Now, as players of a game, you cannot ask for anything less than that. And there's going to be naysayers, of course there is. But you know what? Come on, you can't please everybody, and I think they are going a long way to actually please people. Now here we are, and we're on to the contentious part of the announcement. Pre-built ships. A lot of people are viewing this as pay to win, right? Oh, they haven't gone through the grind, they don't know what to do with it. One minute people are moaning about the grind, then they say, look, we're going to alleviate the grind to make it more accessible to people. Oh, you can't do that. You know, come on, guys. I mean, you know, let's get with it. Let's put our rosy-coloured glasses on and let's give Frontier a chance. What do you think? Come on. Anyway, they say that these pre-built ships that are going to be available on the store, purchasable by ARCs, will be a springboard for players, both new and existing, to build from and shape as they see fit. Now, Frontier say they're excited to see how commanders will continue to enhance and engineer these ships to suit their own playstyles. So they've given some examples, right? And the first example is going to be a Type 6 laser mining jump start ship. So that's a Type 6 laser mining jumpstart ship. And I do apologise for the quality of this particular picture, but it kind of is what it is. It's a Type 6 with all bits of ship kit stuck on it and a paint job. Doesn't look so bad, does it? But at the end of the day, it is a Type 6. So this Type 6 mining vessel will come with the following hardpoints. 2 times 1D modified mining lasers that have been pre-engineered with long range and incendiary rounds. This bypasses the need to unlock the LTT 198 permit and subsequent technology broker module that goes with it for that particular recipe. So that was hardpoints. So for the utility mounts, nothing major here. A pulse wave analyzer, standard mining fare, a chaff launcher, yes, throw that tinsel out the windows, and a point defense. All good stuff. So you get your pulse wave analyzer, spot those asteroids, things get airy, they fire the missiles off, point defense, and chaff if you want to confuse people and make a little bit of a distraction. Nothing to write home about there. However, core internals, lightweight alloy, a 3A power plant, 4B thrusters, 4A frameshift drive, a 2D life support, a 3A power distributor, a 2D sensor pack, and of course, you gotta have some go-go juice, so you got a 4C fuel tank in there. So, okay, power plant, thrusters, frameshift, and perhaps a power distributor. That's all you're getting there, and nothing you can't buy in-game, right? And now, onto the final section, which is the optional internal. We have got cargo racks. 2 5E cargo racks, 2 4E cargo racks. We've got a 3C bi-weave shield generator, get those shields back up quickly, a 2A refinery to refine all that raw material. Finally, you've got a collector limpet controller, and for any good mining ship, you've got a prospector limpet controller. You see, I don't know what everyone was actually moaning about. The only thing that I would say was a little bit tasty there was 2 1D mining lasers with pre-engineered long-range incendiary rounds. I mean, come on, it's hardly going to break. It's hardly going to break through, is it really? What are people talking about? Anyway, there you go. But there's another ship as well. Yes, folks, they alluded this. An Alliance Chieftain AX Combat Jumpstart. This was to allow people to jump into the Thargoid War, get in there and give the Thargoids a bit of beef. Now, I think it's a good idea, this, because sometimes it could be a little bit fractious out there in the black, and having to engineer and getting frustrated that you can get involved in the Thargoid War has been something a lot of people have been saying to me in the comments on some of the videos. Now strap in for this. So here we go for the hard points. 2 Class 3C gimbaled enhanced AX multi-cannons. Okay, nothing too drastic there. A Guardian nanite torpedo pylon. Good. Shoot those Thargy vents. A 1E gimbaled beam laser. No engineering on that, right? 2 small Guardian Gauss cannons with anti-Guardian resistance. Now, of course, we know this bypasses the need to unlock the Guardian Gauss cannon from the Guardian technology broker and all that stuff with Ramtar to modify it with the anti-Guardian resistance effect. So there you go, that's where we are with the hard points. So nothing too major there, alright? Nothing too major, nothing too drastic. I think we're all pretty fine. For utility mounts, nothing too major here, right? Heatsink launcher, a caustic sink launcher, an enhanced xenoscanner, and a Thargoid pulse wave neutralizer to get you in through that maelstrom. So nothing too drastic. We're okay. Right, on to the next side of things. Now, as we know, the Alliance ship, including the Chieftain, were built to combat the Thargoid threat quite some time ago. So we have military modules there. They're going to put in there a 4D military module reinforcement package and a 2 4D hull reinforcement package to keep the lights on and the hull together. So no dramas there either. Now this is where things get a little bit fruity in my opinion, the core internals on what is typically a military ship. Now we've got military grade composite armour. No problem, that's on the hull. Fantastic. We've got a 6A power plant, 6A thrusters that have been engineered with G5 dirty drive and drag drives. Ooh, it's going to be fast, isn't it? It's going to be super duper fast. But not particularly any good in the Maelstrom where heat is your enemy and you want to stay frosty cold like Jack Frost's snowman bits. So I would rip them out and put something else in. There's a 5D life support to keep the air flowing round your nostrils and a 5A frameshift drive, a 6A power distributor and 4D sensors and of course the go-go juice fuel tank. So what do you think of that? 6A G5 dirty and drag drive thrusters. Interesting stuff. What you think? Don't worry, we're nearly there. Now we're on to the optionals. 6C bi-weave shield generator, good for getting the shields back up. A 5D hull reinforcement package, in addition to what we've got in the military slots. So, okay, good stuff. 16 tons of cargo capacity with that 4E cargo rack, an auto field maintenance unit, that good old AFM in a class 2A, a repair limpet controller to patch up those holes in the hull, that's a 1A, and a research limpet controller. So they really are looking for, hey, you can go in there, pick up Thargoid materials. You know, perhaps those drives are a bit too hot for my liking, but there's also a research limpet controller as well to go and get some good research and some samples off some scouts, off the Orthuses, off whatever. Hey, you know, you could swap that out for a collector, I'm thinking. But you know what? One thing I've noticed from all of this is that it's not as game-breaking as some people would have you to believe. And I think immediately people jump to conclusions. And that's fine, and that's the human nature. And I think taking that pragmatic approach, seeing what was going on. I mean, Frontier released this yesterday. They don't do anything not on purpose to gauge people's reactions. This, I think, is a nice light touch to getting people into certain aspects of the game. Interesting that one's a minor. Not what you call the most prolific part of gameplay, is it, mining? Wonder what's going to be happening with mining then. Interesting. I don't know. Anyway, I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for this important news update. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed making it. You let me know in the comments what you're thinking. Is it still paid to play? Or is it paid to win? Or are you quite indifferent to it all? See you soon.